to vote and have a say in if they wanted a song and video about their town, and the response was fantastic. And Kilkivan was one, and that they were actually, funny enough, they were probably nearly the closest town to Toowoomba, who was actually entered in the competition, so it's just a drive down the road.
So why did Kilkivan, population 691 as of yesterday, but with a pub, why did Kilkivan win?
Oh, I guess they just wanted it the most. Claremont was very close behind, only 22 votes in the end. But, you know, if 3,000 votes in a population of 691, I just think there's so much passion in the town.
That sounds like vote rigging, Josh.
Oh, sorry.
That sounds like vote rigging. 3,000 votes in a town of 691.
Well, yeah, I don't know how they did it. I'm not even going to speculate. But look, obviously they wanted it really bad. I know I've got a mate in Toowoomba here who hadn't heard of Kilkivan, and he got an email saying vote for Kilkivan. So they just sort of went everywhere and everywhere they could. Friends of friends of friends.
Okay, Josh, jokes aside, how important is it for small towns to get recognition when often we don't even hear of them, we don't even know what's going on there, how important it is for the town itself?
I think it's massive, and that, I'm just so passionate about it because I was brought up in a town called Tara in Western Queensland, and when I was a kid, if someone gave me the opportunity to tell a story, let alone sing about and make a video that people could watch about my town, I would have been rapt because one, the identity of the town, you can show the identity because each town has its own identity, and a lot of these times these videos and songs can become a part of the town's history, and I think people just love everyone knowing who they are, and just seeing that pride, and a lot of what I do, often the best parts are when I get messages or emails saying that they saw a video of their old hometown and they started crying because it brought back all childhood memories of when they grew up there. So that's what's important to me, being a small town boy myself. Okay,
as we said from the outset, you're an award-winning songwriter, but how big a challenge is it to find enough rhyming words to go with Kilkivan?
It doesn't necessarily have to rhyme, but there has been a bit of talk about what rhymes with Kilkivan. Look, I'm throwing all sorts of challenges. I write more than 100 songs a year in my travels. And I don't know, I'm just lucky I've got a knack of just finding ways to make these things work. And I think the biggest challenge is that it's the pressure. It's not just the pressure of the school or a small group of people. There's potentially 691 people going to be scrutinising what we end up with. So that's the challenge. And
you're going to be heading to Kilkivan in a couple of weeks' time. We understand you're going to be talking to people there to try and get a sense of the environment so that you don't do the whole town an injustice through your song. Have you had any ideas in the meantime? I don't know if you've got your guitar there and can sort of give us a few bars on what you might think you might do, but any ideas in the meantime of what you might do?
I haven't got any music. I've got the guitar here, but nothing. I've got nothing written musically on Kilkivan, but I've got so many ideas via Facebook. They've just been flooding in about the history and the birds and the best views and the trees and about a man that walks a dog who's a character and poets and I've just got so many stories coming through. So it's I don't know how I'm going to fit it in one song, but on the 20th of April is when I really hit the ground running, and I'll have a lot of these ideas already starting to come together. I'll go to the school and meet with the kids in the afternoon, and then that night I'll meet with the adults at the town hall on the 20th of April. So if anyone, Kilkivan people, please come along, and especially if you think you can sing, and we'll find a place for you in the song.
Now, when you think about it, we know so many American towns and communities through songs. Why don't we know more Australian towns and cities through songs?
I don't know. Maybe they're hard to rhyme with. Look, that's another part of the reason I do it is because I agree. I've had this conversation many times saying Americans singing about this state and that town, and I think we should be singing more and more about Australia and our history and who we are and our identity. It's such a rich culture, such a rich place. Western Queensland's such a rich place, and that's part of the reason I do it. I do as well because I want to tell Australian stories.
Good on you.
Josh Arnold, so great to meet someone so passionate about such a great part of the world. Thanks so much for joining us.
Indeed. Thanks, Josh. And by the way, Kilkivan almost rhymes with Scott Beavan, if you're looking for a rhyming word.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
That's brilliant. Yeah. You're going to be famous.
Pity it's Bevan, but anyway.